What's up, guys? The UFC 314 press conference just wrapped up. I literally watched this while I was on the way home. Super entertaining. John Silva absolutely embarrassed Bryce Mitchell. That was literally the best part of the entire press conference. Bryce Mitchell was pissed off. Volk and Diego Lopez were pretty respectful towards each other. Patty Pimblett and Michael Chandler, pretty respectful as expected. John Anik shouts out Pitbull in the audience, literally doesn't even react. And yeah, the press conference was fun, and I'm excited to see the fights. Volkanovski's talking about how he wants to be active champion again. The featherweight division is returning to normal. I hate to say it, but having Ilia Topuria as an inactive champion really took away from the featherweight division. Let's not forget, this guy's a guy that fights once every 10 months. But either way, let's get right into it. So the Volkanovski and Diego were obviously asked about the matchup against each other, and they both just remained respectful and said they're looking forward to the matchup and made the best man win, basically. And then somebody asked Volkanovski if he said that he had a slight against Diego, saying he has the worst hair in the UFC. And Volkanovski literally started singing a song. I don't know what song it was. Let me know in the comments. But that was actually hilarious. I was cracking up seeing freaking Volk singing about Diego Lopez's hair. That was pretty wholesome. Volk and Diego Lopez on another world could be best friends. They were just living it up there. And yeah, man, Volkanovski was also asked about Movsar Evloev and saying that if he would fight him in Abu Dhabi, and Volk was like, look, tell him to get in line and I'll fight them all, and I'm looking to be an active champion. Volkanovski wants to get 3 fights in 2025. He's looking to be active. He's looking to defend the belt again. He's looking to not live in the shadow of Ilia. And maybe, who knows, how legendary would it be if Volkanovski gets his belt back, defends it 3 times, and then goes up and beats Ilia in a rematch? That'd be insane. Obviously, that's highly unlikely, but yeah, Diego was also asked if he would fight Movsar in Abu Dhabi, which I don't know why the reporter was glazing Movsar one, saying why should the champion have to meet Movsar in Abu Dhabi? That's ridiculous. But Diego was like, why not in Brazil or Mexico? And I agree with him, but yeah, Volk pretty much, Pitbull asked Volk about $1 million bet that they had a while back. Pitbull bet Volkanovski that if they ever were to meet in the octagon, Pitbull would win, and bet $1 million on it. And Volk pretty much told him to do it. You do a good job and we'll see you in a fight. Pretty much saying, dude, I'm not betting no $1 million. But yeah, I think Volkanovski would beat Patricio Pitbull. But yeah, man, Volk and Diego had some pretty wholesome moments. I enjoyed it. They were going back and forth. Diego was up there looking like he was having the time of his life, had the cowboy hat, the best haircut in the UFC. There's a reason he's my favorite fighter. And although I love Volkanovski, I am picking Diego Lopez to knock him out. And yeah, Volk just pretty much said that he's moving on from Ilia and he's going to be an active champion looking to get 3 fights. Volkanovski's back. Diego Lopez is in the mix. The featherweight division is as exciting as ever. I don't even mind that Ilia moved on. It is what it is. I do think if Diego Lopez wins, it does a little bit better for the division because Ilia Topuria doesn't have a win over Diego. But I wouldn't mind Volk winning either. I'd be happy for him. If anybody can break their over 35 curse, it is Volkanovski. So we will see. Let's get into John Silva absolutely brutalizing Bryce Mitchell, which was hilarious. So John Silva gets on the mic and starts chanting, fuck Bryce Mitchell, fuck Bryce Mitchell. And the crowd gets in on it. And Bryce Mitchell's just sitting up there pissed. Like, he's mad, dude. Bryce Mitchell is literally looks like he wants to get up there and start. Bryce Mitchell looked like he was seeing red and about to start swinging. He was like, I got the Lord in my heart, brother. Jesus Christ is with me. You got the Lord in your chest. I'm with it. The Lord is within me, brother. And John Silva was like, bro, shut up. Calm down. Put down the mic. You're making everything worse. It was hilarious. And Bryce Mitchell was pissed. And you already know Dana White was sitting at his house with a bucket of popcorn, absolutely loving what he was seeing. Dana White sent out a hit for John Silva to absolutely brutalize Bryce Mitchell at the press conference because Bryce Mitchell got absolutely embarrassed. John Silva literally just big broed him and was like, bro, sit down. You're here because of me. And Bryce Mitchell was trying to talk about how he has the Lord tattooed on his chest, and John Silva literally lifted up his shirt and said, yeah, I do, but I believe in God. I have the Lord within me too. And yeah, it was hilarious. And then at one point, John Silva just kept going on and on, roasting Bryce Mitchell, telling him to shut up and calm down. And then he eventually grabs a globe of the earth, obviously, and he walks towards Bryce Mitchell with the globe in his hand and pretty much roasting Bryce Mitchell for saying the earth is flat. That was freaking hilarious, dude. John Silva just 10-7 Bryce Mitchell, and Bryce Mitchell sat in the chair in the corner, you know, the one Ian Gary sits in, and pretty much just sat there and took it. He was pissed, and he was trying to quote the Bible and Jesus, but John Silva shut that down and said, brother, just shut up, sit down, and you're here because of me. And Bryce Mitchell literally got like 2 lines on the mic while John Silva just clowned him. It was absolutely hilarious. I loved every bit of it. John Silva is my new favorite fighter. No, I'm joking. He's not. It's still Diego Lopez. But a lot of people think John Silva forces it. Listen, this guy's just a passionate guy. He was getting all hyped about seeing his name on the desk in front of him. He's just there for the good times. He's doing Dana's dirty work. He's roasting Bryce Mitchell. He's doing the fans a favor, and I love to see it. It was hilarious. And who knows, man, maybe he's trying to make Bryce Mitchell emotional going into the fight, and he could take advantage of that and say, look, you're going to come into the fight mad. I'm going to come in here loose, and I'm going to knock you out. Yeah, John Silva pretty much also said that he was 4-0, but he's going to hear everyone knows he's 5-0 because he's going to knock out Bryce Mitchell. And Bryce Mitchell was like, you got the Lord on your chest. I got the Lord within me. We'll see who wins. And John Silva was like, brother, just shut the F up. It was hilarious. But yeah, that was definitely the highlight of the press conference, was John Silva absolutely roasting Bryce Mitchell in his second language, by the way. And he even came in English, John Silva speaking some English at the press conference, which I absolutely love. I think it increases a fighter's aura whenever they start speaking English. It's why Ilya has become such a big star, because he decided to learn English instead of just sticking with Spanish. John Silva screaming fuck Bryce Mitchell and just absolutely roasting him. It was great. It was fun to see. Like I said, Bryce Mitchell looks like he was about to cry and throw a tantrum in the corner. Probably my favorite and everyone's favorite moment at the press conference. A lot of people are going to say that John Silva was trying too hard. I absolutely loved it. We need press conference moments like this. The press conferences are usually NPCs. Like, yeah, what would a win on Saturday mean to you? Like, what do you think it would do for your career? Like, no one wants to hear those dumb questions anymore. I'm so happy John Silva hyped it up. And yeah, man, I can't wait for UFC 314. This card is absolutely stacked. Another funny moment I thought was the guy in the crowd asked John Anik about like the card, about UFC Miami, and like how excited he is to get such a stacked card. And John Anik was like, yeah, guys, I just want to give a shout out to Patricio Pitbull for finally making it to the UFC. And then he went like this, and the audience literally just stayed completely silent. Didn't give a single cheer for Patricio Pitbull, which I thought was kind of funny. He got low-key roasted, but shout out to Pitbull. I'm happy he made it to the UFC. And then they asked Chandler if he be down to rematch Pitbull down the line, and Chandler was like, he didn't seem like he wanted to smoke. But either way, Jeff Neal and Prates had a pretty wholesome interaction where they just kind of remained respectful towards each other. Jeff Neal said he was once the up-and-coming guy who was 5-0 with 4 finishes. And now he's fighting the guy that is that. So he plans on getting his hand raised. And then Prates said it's only business. Someone's getting knocked out, and it's not me. And yeah, that was pretty much the whole exchange between them. I did not know Carlos Prates spoke English. Does anybody knew that he spoke English? I did not know that. I thought that was pretty wholesome. Bro just busted out some pretty clear English, so that was great. And then you had the interaction between Chandler and Patty. Chandler, of course, said he's going to test if Scousers get knocked out because they claim they don't. And he said he's been doing combat sports for 24 years, and he's happy to continue to be in the UFC. And then Patty said he's going to be ranked number 7 when he beats Chandler, and he still sees people doubting him, saying he would get knocked out by Chandler, and he's going to keep proving him wrong. And yeah, they asked Patty, who would he rather fight, Islam or Ilya? He said he does not think Ilya is going to do anything to Islam, so he thinks Islam will be the champion. So he said he also thinks he's in title contention with the win over Michael Chandler. And honestly, with the way the lightweight division is, who knows what happens? But yeah, overall, I'd say this was a pretty fun press conference. You had the wholesome interactions between Volk and Diego Lopez. You had Pitbull and Yair, who had a small moment. Volkanovski singing in there. John Silva brutalizing Bryce Mitchell on the mic and absolutely big broing him. Prates and Neal just having a wholesome interaction. John Anik being asked, what does it mean to have a great card, Miami? They had a couple NPC questions. And then Mr. Quivers, everybody's favorite journalist, asked Volkanovski if we're going to see old Volk coming back. Old man Volk with the glasses. He was like, yeah, for sure. I'm the type of guy. You put me in there. No, I'm joking. But yeah, Volkanovski said we might be seeing old man Volk coming back. But I am glad that Volkanovski did say that if he wins the belt, he is going to be defending a lot ASAP. He said he wants to fight 3 times this year, which is crazy because it's already March. And you already know if Diego Lopez wins that belt, he's also going to be extremely active. But yeah, this is my reaction to the 314 press conference. I'm super hyped for this card. UFC 313, 314, and 315. We're getting blessed as fans, and I hope the UFC continues to cook. Let me know what you guys think of the press conference in the comment section. Did you guys enjoy? What did you guys think of John Silva absolutely roasting Bryce Mitchell and literally starting a chant saying, fuck Bryce Mitchell? I thought that was hilarious. And yeah, that's my reaction to the press conference, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Tune into my streams if you're new. I stream every single night. Drop a like on the video. I appreciate you guys. I'm out and take it easy.